Alright, I suck at this stuff, so I'm just gonna start doing it. I've never taken videos for YouTube or anything before, so I'm not a big fan of taking videos. And I figure, it's about 1:30 in the morning here, and I'm waiting for my sleeping pill to kick in. So what the hell? Time for my first video, right? So, obviously this is my first video. Nobody knows who the hell I am. Probably doesn't. They don't care either. I'm here to talk about shitty dads. Okay. So I spent about the last, 3 or 4 hours tonight staring at the computer, replying to comments and messages from my father, who I have now officially written off. I've written him off like 3 times before, and this is the final fucking nail in the coffin. So the story goes something like this. I never met my dad until I was about 20. That was 16 years ago. My mom, him and her, they did the dirty deed back in the day, weren't married. He was a dick, and so, rightfully so, she dropped him like a hot stone. I don't blame her. Fast forward, years later, and I wake up to a phone call one morning, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Answer the phone, like, hello? Hi, is this Josh? Yeah, who's this? This is Kevin. Kevin? Like, who the fuck is Kevin? And then it hit me. It's like, it's my fucking dad. First time I've ever heard his voice, talk to him, anything. So I was obviously a little shocked, and I just fucking woke up, and he's like half drunk, and so anyways, I don't even remember what we said. I don't remember what he said after that or what I said, but that's how it all started. So anyways, fast forward, several years later, I think it was like 2006 or something like that. I didn't see him a whole lot because he was living in Ohio, I was living in Australia, I was living out in Minnesota, I was everywhere. So we didn't really have much of a chance to bond. Hold on a second, this box is about to fall. So anyways, we didn't exactly have that normal father-son relationship from the get-go, even after I met him for the first time. So in 2006, we had our first big fucking blowout. I don't even remember why. Just stupid shit. And then I didn't talk to him for like a year or two. Patched things up. And then, things kind of went back to normal, but not really. There's always a little bit of tension, but we patched up the best we could. And then we had another big blow up in 2011. That time I said, that's it. He's dead to me. I'm not gonna have anybody in my life who's toxic. I don't care if they're family or not. But once again, he came crawling back to me. A couple years later, I think he sent me a message around Christmas time or something. And I didn't respond right away. I think I responded like 3 or 4 months later. And I think that was like 2013-ish, something like that. And then he responded right after that, and then I didn't respond again for like 4 months. And when I finally responded, I just pretended like, oh, sorry, I didn't see your message. It was in my, whatever, junk or whatever folder. Because really, I didn't really want to start up this relationship again. I was still kind of like, I was just on the edge, like, okay, do I do this again? Do I give him one more chance? Or do I just say fuck him forever? So I decided, hey, okay, whatever. Life is short. Let's try this song and dance again. Well, shouldn't have done that, because fast forward to 2017 to March 22nd, and it all went to shit again. Why? Well, let's see. My girlfriend, who is currently not here, and she's visiting her family, and I'm all here by myself, she found out about a month and a half ago that she might have cancer. It's been a tough time. So obviously, my dad knew about it, posted about it on Facebook and stuff. So his dumbass doesn't even write me in the last month. Hey, have you guys heard from the doctor? Any news, any updates? Nothing. No fucking anything. Oh, but he's on Facebook posting about, oh, me and my wife were down in southern Ohio today, and it was such a beautiful day, and we found an old Coke cooler, and we're going to be able to sell that for a pretty penny. So he has time to post all this shit, and pictures of animals and all this crap. But he doesn't have time to check out his own son's profile, see what's going on, or to message me. And so I sent him a message. And I was very diplomatic in my email to him. I just said, basically, hey, a couple things that I wanted to talk about, because, we said that in the past, let's not brush all this stuff under the rug and just let it build up. Let's be honest. And so that's what I did. So I sent him I thought it out how I wanted to say everything so that I didn't really piss him off or anything, because I didn't think I was going to piss him off. And so he sends me a message back, and it's like getting the message from a 12-year-old. Maybe that's too old. Maybe like a 8-year-old. And he goes on and on about all the shit that he's always said in the past, about same old insults, all the lies. Oh, I've just been busy here with my family, the family that doesn't live on the other side of the world, and who doesn't just, come here when it's convenient for them, and when, they're taking advantage of people and going to California and Mexico and blah, 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 blah. So the story is, I have a second mother. She lives in California. Awesome lady. Her and her husband invited me and my girlfriend out to visit them. And they put us up in a nice hotel, let us use their car for the week, treated us like royalty, basically. And so he thinks that I am a mooch because of something like that. They also invited us to Mexico and paid for it, which, this shit doesn't happen to me. I mean, this is all recent. That kind of stuff has never happened to me in my life. But she's a fan of mine. I'm a composer. She met me a few years back when I was going through some pretty serious shit, and she became like a second mom to me. So anyways, she has invited me a couple times for things like that. But he can't handle it because he can't provide me that stuff. And he's jealous because nobody's ever done that for him. So every time something happens, he throws all this shit in my face, and none of it's true. So I posted his messages, his emails, and some highlights from the past, which I might show here. I posted that on Facebook tonight for him and some of our mutual friends and all my friends and all my fans to see. Now, unfortunately, he'd already defriended me before this. He'd already defriended me before he even sent my reply back to his mean, nasty email. All I had sent was what I call my diplomatic message. What the fuck was that? My phone. 1:57, and the pills started to kick in. Let's wrap this up. So, it's a sleeping pill, nothing bad. So yeah, anyways, so he fucking unfriended me on Facebook because of a message where I was trying to bring up a couple small things before they became big things. And like I said, maybe I'll even post this message later and see what you guys think. So, all this to say basically that fathers can be dicks. Family members can be dicks. And just because somebody is related to us through blood doesn't mean that we have to have them in our lives. Sometimes it's better to just cut them out completely. Father, mother, I mean, that's a little harder. I mean, mothers are different, and thankfully my mother is awesome. But, you know, otherwise, it doesn't matter whether it's your brother, your sister, aunt, uncle, your dad. You know, if they're causing toxicity in your life, just cut them out. It's not worth it. It's like the old saying goes, you know, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. It's very true. So, that's my first video. It sucks ass, but this is about as candid as it gets. I look like shit, I'm tired. My eyes are all glassy because I've been staring at the fucking screen. And yeah, just fuck people who treat you like shit. Doesn't matter whether they're related to you or not. Life is too short for that. That's my message. Catch you later.